Interior design dictates how we live, work, and feel every single day. A carefully curated room provides comfort and identity, contrasting sharply with the sterile, purely functional architecture we often encounter in standard modern spaces. This photograph shows Elsie de Wolfe. In the early 1900s, she actively fought against the dark, heavy, and cluttered rooms of the Victorian era. She replaced that gloom with light, air, and comfort, turning interior decoration into a legitimate, recognized profession. This image captures Kelly Wearstler, a modern designer who pushed this early philosophy further. She embraced maximalism by layering contrasting patterns, vivid textures, and bold materials to create highly theatrical, unforgettable experiences. The problem with our modern built environment is that this level of fearless, tactile curation is heavily gatekept. Usually, only those building multi-million rupee villas ever get to experience this caliber of design behind their private residential walls. On the opposite end of the spectrum, massive public infrastructure projects focus almost entirely on engineering and utility. They move thousands of people efficiently, but they lack warmth, emotional resonance, and aesthetic ambition. Leaving the daily commuter starved of the dignity and emotional comfort that wealthy individuals experience in their living rooms is a failure of modern architecture. The gap between private luxury and public utility creates a severe spatial divide. DwlightStudio built its entire business blueprint to dismantle this exact barrier. They use their premium interior design model to bridge the gap between bespoke luxury and public utility. This diagram illustrates the technological core of the Dwelment model. Instead of relying on traditional catalog selling, they feed raw client data and inspiration into an artificial intelligence processing engine. AI is a computer system designed to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, like complex spatial reasoning. Here, it rapidly generates a precise 3D architectural wireframe, allowing clients to virtually walk through and feel the space before construction begins. By prioritizing this tactile, immersive approach, Dwelment operates as a high-conversion experience engine. They prove that high-end curation is an adaptable system that scales, rather than an isolated service for the few. The first stage of their operational playbook starts by extracting inspiration from historical design icons. They distill those classic ideas into actionable modern mood boards. They physically organize their premium center into a zoned layout. By dividing the studio into distinct kitchen, wardrobe, and flooring galleries, they allow clients to touch premium imported panels and hardware, driving immediate, on-the-spot decisions through tactile engagement. The Chayton Residence project serves as a clear proof of concept for this method. Dwelment took the initial AI visualizations and translated them directly into turnkey execution, delivering the end-to-end design and installation without losing any of the original digital fidelity. In the Rajappa Interiors project, they applied specific high-margin elements to elevate the space. They integrated premium imported wooden wall panels and bold color palettes to give the rooms distinct architectural weight. Because their average residential project commands a value between 10 and 25 lakhs, which is roughly 1 to 2.5 million rupees, they continuously reinvest those margins into researching new, cutting-edge materials. Satisfying the intense, highly personal demands of premium residential clients creates an uncompromising baseline of quality. Mastering that level of detail gives the execution team a standard of luxury they can weaponize on a much larger scale. What happens when you take the exact same elite design thinking used in a private luxury villa and unleash it on a city's sprawling public infrastructure? You get the Sir M. Visvesvaraya Terminal, or SMVT, project. SMVT is a major centralized railway station in Bengaluru designed to handle massive daily commuter traffic. Designing for a transit hub of this size introduces immense logistical hurdles and physical complexity. This diagram shows the mathematical reality of that pivot. When you take the square footage of a premium residence and multiply that footprint by a factor of hundreds to match the massive grid of the SMVT terminal, the scale of the challenge becomes clear. Look closely at how the underlying proportional design rules apply across that grid. The principles of balance, the seamless flow of materials, and the careful placement of visual focal points remain identical, whether you are designing a single living room or a sweeping transit concourse. The ultimate stress test of Dwelment model is their work on the disabled-friendly park. This project required merging high-end aesthetic beauty with strict, non-negotiable inclusive utility. By incorporating tactile pathways for the visually impaired, wheelchair-accessible terrain grades, and specialized sensory zones, the engineering elevates this park into a rigorous global benchmark for accessible public spaces. Through these massive public endeavors, Dwellment proves that strict accessibility and vast civic utility do not require you to sacrifice sculptural drama or visual beauty. By treating heavy transit hubs and public parks with the exact same AI precision and material reverence as multi-million rupee private homes, Dwellment executes a distinct financial and cultural shift in how public contracts are handled. This methodology connects directly to the historical ethos of early decorators like Sister Parish, who brought warmth and cozy refinement into American homes. It reinforces the idea that great design is an act of human empathy. This visual sequence shows the physical boundaries between private luxury and public utility melting away, revealing that those limits are entirely artificial. The exact same care given to a wooden panel can be applied to sweeping concrete. Look at the spaces you inhabit daily. From the intimacy of a private living room to the rush of a crowded transit hub, every person deserves the dignity of commuting, resting, and living inside a work of art.